What is going on, everyone? Chris here with Cali Moto TV. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to the V4R. Welcome to a beautiful November evening here in Arizona. The weather is becoming gorgeous. But again, we have the Ace Pro 2, and this is another video about the Ace Pro 2 because it's been such a different camera considering I'm used to the GoPros. Now, I have an external mic, the one that I'd normally run, plugged into the Ace Pro 2. There's just one cable plugged in. There's an adapter on the camera itself. What's really cool is there's a dB level, a gain setting. You can actually lower the gain. So I'm at -6 dB. I want to see, or -3 dB. I want to see, I gotta look at the menu, but I lowered the decibels on this to see if maybe it would have a little less wind noise when I'm riding. So again, we'll try it out. Because the light's coming down, I have the AI turned on, so hopefully this isn't like crazy grainy or anything terrible. I'm also shooting with the vivid color profile. I wanted to see, you know, what that's about. Let's put this on the right hand. The other thing I'm doing is, or the other thing on the camera itself is we have a CPL filter, actually a PL filter, just a polarized lens, I guess you could say, and that is to help with the glare. So with the sun, I believe, to be on our eyes on the way out there, the filter, the PL filter, should definitely help limit the amount of glare that you see. I think it's beautiful. I think it's very sharp without being overly done. Something the GoPros I always had to do was turn their sharpness all the way down and then add it in as I wanted to, because I always felt there was too much. Where on this camera, I don't really feel like I need to do that quite as much because of the way that it adds crispness to the image. It's hard to say in the Hummer where your cheeks are squeezed. Crispness, because it's not like you're saying Christmas, but you're saying crispness. But I think the image quality is phenomenal. The iLog, if you watch my reel, I am not a fan of the iLog. I don't like editing it. The 8-bit I think is probably the reason, because there's just not quite as much flexibility and dynamic range. Like where I was at in my driveway, it's when I usually shoot in log format with, you know, the GoPro or even my Canon. Granted, I can't really compare the Canon, that's a totally different ball of wax there, but normally I can adjust the curves, and just by adjusting the luminous curves, I can get the greens and the browns, everything to come out pretty easily. When I did that with the camera, when I did that with this setting, I couldn't do that. It wasn't as easy. That sun is dead on in my face. I couldn't really do that as well with this iLog. It didn't seem to have the range. It required a pretty large amount of saturation to be added, and I really don't like doing that, which is why it was tough to balance the tint. I felt like some of the shots were a little green, a little red, some were a little too cool, a little too warm, and it was really hard to try to find that balance, and it made it just not fun to edit. Jesus Christ, I edited hard. The thing that obviously blew me away that I mentioned in my little vlog there, or the end of the vlog, was the audio, man. The stock audio was something else. Like, just the quality, the fact that like going through here like 80 had very little wind noise, and it wasn't like, I don't know, GoPro mutes. It like tries to mute and then fill, and you GoPro geniuses can tell me how wrong I am, but it seems like it mutes one side, one mic, and then just tries to fill another, and it just comes out really muddy and weird. Whereas this camera felt more clear, and very surprising considering, you know, it's windy. It's 50 miles an hour, and it's out in the elements. Even when I put the call it the sock over the GoPro, it's still got a good amount of wind noise. Oh, it just smells of like wet desert. I don't know if you've ever been in a wet desert, but it's a lovely smell. It's clean and nice. Oh, how this bike is so happy in the cooler weather. The front floated for a second. You know, I know you guys are probably tired of seeing the same place all the time, but my God, I can't get tired of riding this. It's so short and so fun. Yeah, there's a little bit of traffic, but yeah, it's such a beautiful freaking day that it's hard to complain. But so far, I want to see what this particular mic setup and color profile looks like. We'll see if Vivid oversaturates the greens. I mean, this is pretty hard filming with the sun in your face. So if the AI chip and everything else can handle this stark of contrast, like it's crazy bright into shadow, if it can handle this, I'll tell you what, it's a heck of a camera. I was gonna pull in there and park, but there's too many cars. I will say, I think the start-stop button at the top of this requires a pretty strong push, and if you've got gloves on and everything, you can't really tell. It does vibrate, which I kept on because I thought that was a cool feature because you can't hear it turn on and off. So the vibration helps me, it rattles through my helmet, my hand, and it lets me know that, yep, it's on. Cross the line, lady. Pay attention. Sound. But yeah, the glove pull on it, I don't like the start-stop button. It's not quite as easy to push as the GoPros. See, all in all, though, like it's such a much better camera. God damn, stay on your side of the road. Is my bike this fucking doing that? Anyways, nice jog up and down Gates Pass here. I'm just going to keep hitting traffic and people, so I bid you all adieu and stay tuned for some more content. Yes, I will push this Ace Pro 2 because I quite like it and I want to see what it's like in varying conditions. I might have changed my mind on the mic setup. I was looking at some stuff and I might not do it just because I don't think it's going to yield quite the return I thought it would. I still might rent them and try it out, but as far as buying goes, I might not buy them. We'll see. Gotta test them out. Anyways, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye-bye.